Have you ever wondered if your next haircut could actually make you feel 10 years lighter without taking off a single year? Or better yet, what if your hair didn't just frame your face, but reflected the strong, graceful, and unstoppable woman you've become? Welcome to Golden Elder Days, where we believe beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. In today's video, we're diving into 5 transformative hairstyles that aren't just flattering, they're freeing. From facelifting bobs to curtain bang confidence boosters, these are the cuts that women over 60 are choosing not to hide their age, but to celebrate it. If you've ever felt stuck with the same old style, or you're ready to feel fabulous every time you catch your reflection, this one's for you. So be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below, sharing the cut that made you feel most you. Now, let's find the style that doesn't just fit your face, but fits your soul. Who came up with the rule that short hair makes a woman less feminine? Seriously, have they ever met a woman with a great pixie cut and the confidence to pull it off? Because here's the truth. A side-swept pixie isn't just a haircut, it's an attitude. It's, I know who I am and I'm not afraid to show up. Let's be honest, if you've been wearing the same shoulder-length style since your early 40s, it might not be a signature anymore. It might be a habit, and not all habits age well. Looking at you, frosted lipstick and spiral perms. So here's the big question. What if going shorter actually brought you closer to the woman you've become? The side-swept pixie doesn't whisper. It speaks clearly and intentionally, but it doesn't scream either. Think elegance with a wink, confidence with kindness. It frames your eyes, draws the gaze to your cheekbones, and shows off that smile you've earned over decades of living, loving, and learning. Why does this cut work so well? Let's break it down, not just in style, but in spirit. Aging has a way of gently rounding out the sharpness in our features, and while there's nothing wrong with softness, the pixie brings back just enough definition. It carves out the cheekbones, lifts the jawline, and puts the spotlight where it belongs in. Your expressions, your presence, your story. Ever feel like your hair is just there, hanging, hiding, blending into the background? The pixie does the opposite. It clears the canvas and lets you take center stage. Got thinning strands? Don't stress. The pixie thrives on fine or delicate textures. In fact, removing weight in all the right places adds volume in surprising ways. The crown gets a natural lift, and the ends don't drag down your face. It's almost like magic, but better, because it's science and styling. Ever wonder why your hair looks thinner when it's long, even though there's technically more of it? That's because gravity isn't your friend. The pixie changes the direction of the weight, and suddenly your hair looks like it's defying age and gravity all at once. One of the most unexpected perks of this cut? The styling time drops dramatically. No more struggling with curling irons, rollers, or the dreaded blowout that turns into a wrestling match. Just a little texturizing spray, a quick tousle, and boom, you're out the door looking polished without even trying. But here's the twist, it's versatile. You can wear it soft and swept for brunch, slick and edgy for dinner, or somewhere in between when you're just running errands but still want to feel a little fabulous. Side-swept bangs are the real MVP here. They soften a square jaw, balance a round face, and draw attention away from forehead lines without going full helmet hair. They're like contouring, only they move naturally and don't melt in summer. Ever feel like your forehead gets more attention than your eyes? Side-swept bangs shift the spotlight exactly where you want it. Who should consider this cut? Let's be clear, the pixie isn't just for the brave, it's for the ready. Are you tired of styling hair that doesn't cooperate? Do you crave something fresh, but not fussy? Do you want people to say, "Wow, you look amazing," without being able to pinpoint exactly why? Then maybe, just maybe, this cut is calling your name. It's especially great for women with oval or heart-shaped faces, fine or thinning hair needing extra lift, gray or silver strands that deserve to shine, busy schedules and low tolerance for morning routines. And let's not forget, this cut loves glasses. The sharp lines and clean silhouette pair beautifully with bold frames or delicate specks. How to make it yours? You don't just want a pixie, you want your pixie. Ask your stylist for soft graduation at the nape and long side-swept bangs. Keep a bit of crown length if you like. Volumate makes the cut feel fuller and more alive. Add soft highlights near the top layers for dimension. Not too chunky, think sunlight, not skunk stripe. Use a matte paste or light wax to give it texture, nothing too crunchy or wet looking. A fun trick? Flip your part occasionally. It changes the direction of volume and keeps things from going flat literally and figuratively. Final thought, it's not just about hair. A pixie might be short in length, but it's long on impact. It says you're no longer afraid to be seen. It says you're not stuck in the past. It says you've got nothing to prove but plenty to express. So, let me ask you this. What are you still holding on to that's ready to be cut away? Because sometimes letting go of a few inches opens the door to feeling 10 years lighter, not just in age, but in energy. The side-swept pixie isn't for everyone, but if your heart beats a little faster at the thought of it, that might be your sign. And if anyone tells you short hair makes you look less feminine, just smile, because they clearly haven't seen what confidence looks like lately. Let's take a breath after the boldness of the pixie, shall we? Because not everyone wants edgy, not everyone wants tousled texture or a dramatic change. Sometimes, elegance whispers. And sometimes, the sharpest statement you can make is a clean line. Enter the chin-length blunt cut with soft internal layers. It's quiet, yes, but don't confuse quiet with boring. This style is sleek sophistication wrapped in simplicity. It's the kind of haircut that doesn't need bells, whistles, or 20-minute styling tutorials. It just works. Why does this cut look so effortless and polished at the same time? Let's break it down. Ever felt like your jawline disappeared somewhere around your mid-40s? You're not imagining things. As we age, facial contours soften. But here's the magic. This cut can bring back definition without a single drop of contouring cream. By stopping right at the chin, or slightly below, the blunt edge acts like a visual anchor. It frames your jawline with purpose. Suddenly, your face looks more sculpted, your neck appears longer, and you've created a beautiful balance between sharpness and softness. Ask yourself, is your current haircut accentuating your bone structure, or is it just hanging out near your shoulders with no real plan? If your ends are looking a little wispy lately, you're not alone. One of the sneakiest signs of aging hair is how it starts to thin at the bottom even if the roots are holding strong. And when that happens, long layers can actually exaggerate the problem. The blunt cut, on the other hand, it brings the drama in the best way. Clean, even ends make your hair look thicker and healthier. There's no straggly curtain weighing things down. Just a solid, confident finish that says, yes, my hair has volume and I didn't have to fake it. Bonus tip: ask your stylist for subtle internal layers, those hidden ones on the inside. They keep the cut from feeling too heavy and add a touch of movement without sacrificing that full-bodied look. Let's be honest, nobody has time to curl their hair for 40 minutes every morning. That's why this cut is a dream for the minimalist. You can wear it straight, gorgeous. With a soft bend at the ends, effortlessly chic. Tuck one side behind your ear, swipe on a bold lip, and you're instantly put together without even trying. And that's the charm. It always looks intentional, even if you overslept and just ran your fingers through it while brushing your teeth. Curious question: when's the last time your hair looked styled when you didn't actually style it? Some styles come and go faster than seasonal lattes. But this one, it's timeless. It works just as well in a boardroom as it does on a beach vacation. Because it's not about following trends, it's about refining the natural structure of your hair and face. It doesn't scream, "Look at me." It whispers, "I've arrived." And in a world where we're bombarded with overdone styles, isn't that kind of quiet confidence refreshing? This is where it gets exciting, because this style is more adaptable than you think. Have a square or heart-shaped face? It softens strong angles and creates harmony. Wear glasses? It frames your face without fighting for attention. Hate high-maintenance hair? Perfect, this is as plug-and-play as it gets. Want to look put together while still feeling like you? This one's got your name written all over it. Even if you've got naturally wavy or curly hair, a chin-length blunt can still work with the right layering and texture control. It's about personalization, not perfection. A few small tricks go a long way with this cut. Use a lightweight smoothing serum or a dab of shine cream to keep it sleek without losing movement. Blow dry with a round brush, curving the ends slightly inward to kiss the chin, flattering and feminine. Want volume at the crown? Flip your part to the opposite side while drying, then flip it back for instant lift. Add a tiny bit of texturizing spray to the ends if you're craving a more undone French girl vibe. And here's a little visual secret. Tucking one side behind your ear and adding a single statement earring can transform the whole look in 5 seconds flat. So, should you try the chin-length blunt? If you've ever felt like your hair is dragging your face down, or if your current cut takes more work than it's worthin', this could be your turning point. It's a haircut that gives back. It supports your features instead of overshadowing them. It flatters without fighting. And most of all, it reflects that quiet inner power you've spent a lifetime cultivating. Think of it like this. Are you ready to stop wrestling with your hair and start letting it work for you? Because when your haircut finally matches your energy, strong, graceful, and unbothered, that's when the magic happens. So after falling in love with the sharp precision of the chin-length blunt cut, let's swing the style pendulum just slightly to something with a bit more bounce, a touch more movement, and just enough softness to make blaxentation selfness. Welcome to the world of the soft layered bob. It's not revolutionary, but it is quietly brilliant, like that friend who always looks amazing without ever seeming like she tried. You know the one. Now, let's get one thing straight. You don't need a new face. What you might need is new framing. Why does this haircut work like a charm, especially over 50? Let's dig in. Let's be honest, has your face ever looked tired in the mirror, even when you actually slept 8 hours? Sometimes it's not your sleep or your skincare. It's sheer. Heavier cuts that sit at or below the shoulders can pull your whole face downward, especially if they lack shape. The result? A drooping effect that's doing nothing for your features. The solution? Layers that fall just below the chin, strategically placed to draw the eye upward. It's a subtle optical illusion that makes your cheekbones pop, your jawline appear more defined, and your expression feel lifted. Curious question. Is your current haircut working with gravity or against it? This isn't about hiding age, it's about highlighting your angles, and this cut does it effortlessly. The magic of soft layers is that they create natural movement without looking choppy or chaotic. It's like contouring, but for your hair, the kind that gently frames your face, softens edges, and brings life back into your overall appearance. No sharp corners, no heavy ends. Just lift, bounce, and flow. Even if your hair has started to feel thinner or more fragile, this bob is like a confidence booster in haircut form. It doesn't try too hard, it just fits. And let's face it, don't we all want a style that makes us look like we made an effort, when really we didn't? Here's where this cut really earns its stripes. You don't need rollers, wands, or 30-minute tutorials to make it work. A round brush? Great. A few spritzes of volumizing spray at the roots? Even better. 5 minutes of drying and a finger tousle? You're ready for brunch, date night, or just looking fabulous in the grocery store. It's the kind of cut that wants to cooperate. It falls into place naturally, styles in a flash, and somehow always makes you feel more you. Ask yourself, how much time do you really want to spend styling your hair every morning? And more importantly, how much of that time is... Now, not all cuts can claim this, but the soft layered bob plays well with most face shapes and hair types. Got a round face? The gentle chin-hugging layers elongate and add vertical definition. Oval or heart-shaped face? perfect this cut enhances natural symmetry. Fine or thinning hair. These layers add volume and body where you need it most. Rocking some natural gray or silver? The layers catch the light, adding dimension and sparkle. Plus, it's adjustable. Add side-swept bangs to soften a high forehead, or tuck one side behind the ear to instantly change the vibe. This bob doesn't boss you around, it adapts. Want to elevate this cut even more without complicating your routine? Try these simple yet effective tips. Mousse at the roots can add lift without stiffness. Choose something light and touchable. Blow dry downwards with a round brush. A few face framing highlights, not chunky, can add dimension and brightness. Think of it as a gentle halo effect. Dry shampoo isn't just for dirty hair, it's also amazing for adding texture on clean hair. A few sprays and a tousle can create that just stepped out of a magazine feel. Bonus question. When's the last time your hair got compliments without you needing to explain, "Oh, I just came from the salon"? So, is the soft layered bob for you? Well, here's the truth. This isn't the cut for someone who wants to blend in. I'll find her 50s, 60s, and beyond. It doesn't scream makeover. It murmurs confidence. If your current style is dragging your energy downer, if your hair feels like it's holding you back rather than lifting you up, then maybe it's time for a change that feels less like reinvention and more like rediscovery. Final question. Could your next best chapter begin with a haircut? If it comes with ease, elegance, and an extra 10% bounce in your step, we'd say yes. So after exploring the face-lifting magic of a soft bob, let's shift gears because not every woman wants to cut it short. Let's be real. Somewhere along the way, society quietly whispered, "You're over 50? Time to chop it off." But why? Since when did a birthday dictate your hairstyle? If you've ever hesitated before booking a trim debating whether long hair was still age-appropriate, then this one's for you, because the truth is, long hair still belongs to you. And no, keeping your length doesn't make you stuck in the past. It can actually be the freshest, most romantic move you make. But here's the secret. Not all long hair is created equal. Why long layers and curtain bangs make all the difference. Long hair without shape can easily become, well, a curtain, flat, heavy, and more tiring than timeless. But with strategically placed long layers, especially around the face, you breathe life into every strand. Your hair starts to move again, to bounce, to flow. Suddenly, it's no longer weighing you down, it's lifting you up. Ask yourself, is your hair adding softness and shape to your face or just hanging around like it's waiting for something to happen? These layers create natural lightness. They remove the bulk that can drag your features downward and add subtle lift where you didn't even realize you needed it. And if your hair is thinning, layers add volume without sacrificing length. It's like turning down the weight but turning up the drama, the good kind. You've probably seen curtain bangs all over your screen lately. They're soft, split down the middle, or just slightly off-center, and they do this magical thing. They frame your face without boxing it in. Unlike blunt bangs, which can feel too heavy, or high-maintenance, curtain bangs are airy, graceful, and forgiving. They fall gently across the forehead, brushing the tops of your cheekbones, drawing attention to your eyes. Think of them as the Photoshop blur tool, but in real life. Quick check. Are you letting your forehead lines boss you around, or are you styling them into softness? Plus, curtain bangs grow out beautifully. No awkward stages, no regret. They blend into your layers over time, which means they're ideal for anyone who wants change without commitment. Hair isn't just about aesthetics, it's about emotion. And there's something deeply personal, almost rebellious, about letting your hair move again. Ever catch yourself flipping your hair behind your shoulder while walking? Or running your fingers through it while deep in thought? That's not vanity, it's vitality. Isn't there something powerful about hair that moves with you instead of clinging to you? When styled with long layers and curtain bangs, your hair flows effortlessly. You look polished without looking rigid. You appear youthful without trying to appear young. there's a difference and people notice. Here's the part that surprises most women. This style is shockingly easy to live with. Wash it, air dry it, and go. Add a few loose waves with a curling wand? Glamorous. Want it sleek for an evening out? Just a blow dryer and a round brush will do. You're not chained to a styling routine that takes 45 minutes. In fact, the less you fuss, the better it looks. Curtain bangs can be styled with a flick of a round brush or even just your fingers. They don't need to be perfect, just gently swooped, like a soft frame around your expression. Honest question. Is your current cut making you work harder than you need to just to look decent? This cut works with you, not against you. There's nothing trendy or temporary about this style. It's lived on screen sirens, rock icons, and everyday women for decades, but it never feels stale. Why? Because it adapts to you. Have natural waves? This style enhances them. Want to color your hair? Curtain bangs show off highlights beautifully. Embracing your grays? They shine through with grace and movement. This isn't about holding on to youth. It's about holding on to youth, the graceful, evolving, radiant version of yourself that still turns heads without shouting. Final thought. Are you choosing styles that reflect the woman you were or the woman you are becoming? Because here's the beauty of long layers and curtain bangs: they don't just style your face. They express your presence. They carry memory, grace, and forward motion, all in one sweep. They say, "I've grown, but I haven't dimmed." And that, my friend, is always in style. So, we've talked about long layers that glide with grace. But what if you want a little more edge, a bit of bounce, and a whole lot of freedom? Let me ask you this. When was the last time your hair actually felt fun? Not acceptable, not neat, not "at least it's not frizzy," but genuinely fun? Because that's exactly what the shoulder-length shag brings back, the kind of lightness that used to happen naturally when you laughed, turned your head, or caught a breeze. Remember that? Well, it's time to feel that again. This isn't the shag of the disco era. First things first, if you just pictured feathered bangs, bell-bottoms, and dancing to ABBA in platform shoes, pause, take a breath. This modern shag has evolved. It's like your favorite jeans re-tailored for today, comfy, flattering, and somehow cooler than you remembered. We're talking about soft layers, shoulder grazing length, and curtain bangs that feel more Parisian art gallery than roller disco. And the best part? It looks styled without you having to style it. A little wave here, a bit of movement there, and boom, you've got that "I woke up like this" glow minus the 45-minute routine. Be honest, is your current haircut requiring you to work for it every day, or is it finally working for you? Layers that do more than look pretty. Here's the real magic of this cut, the movement. As we age, our hair often gets thinner, flatter, and let's say itless cooperative. But instead of fighting it with more heat, more product, more effort, what if your haircut embraced the change? That's what the shag does. By incorporating light layers throughout, this style creates natural volume and effortless lift without any teasing or backcombing. No more trying to prop your hair up with sprays that smell like 2002. Instead, you let your hair fall the way it wants to fallingly better. Curious yet? What would your hair do if you finally gave it permission to be light again? And let's not forget the face-framing pieces. These little wisps soften sharper lines, lift the cheekbones, and blur what you don't want the spotlight on. It's like a selfie filter but real. Curtain bangs make another cameo. They're thriving. Remember those breezy curtain bangs we just admired in the long layered look? Well, they're back here too, and they're the glue that holds the shag together. They soften the forehead. They draw attention to the eyes. And they give the whole look that "I didn't try too hard, I'm just effortlessly stylish" energy. Best part? You don't have to commit to baby bangs or anything that makes you panic before bed thinking, "What did I do?" Curtain bangs grow out gracefully. They whisper, not shout, and they blend beautifully with the layers around your face. Ask yourself, what's stopping you from adding a little softness right where you need it most? The styling is as chill as the cut. Let's talk reality. Who has time to be a part-time stylist in their own bathroom? Not you. That's why this cut is a gift for women who want to look great without the fuss. Here's what styling a shoulder-length shag might look like. Wash. Scrunch. Walk away. Okay, maybe a little mousse or a salt spray if you're feeling fancy, but this style lives for imperfection. It loves that tousled, air-dried, little bit messy finish. It thrives on it. You want sleek and polished? You can do that too. Just grab a blow dryer and a round brush. But even if you don't, it still looks intentional. Side question: why should low maintenance ever mean boring? With the shag, it doesn't. It means alive. Is this cut for everyone? Maybe not. But for most? Oh yes. Here's who the shag really loves. Women with fine or thinning hair who want bounce without bulk. Anyone craving a relaxed, not too perfect look that moves with them. Those with oval, long, or heart-shaped faces, although a good stylist can adjust this cut for most face types. Ladies who are just tired of stiff blowouts and structured styles that say more about effort than ease. Even if you wear glasses, have gray hair, or color it regularly, this style adapts. It doesn't judge, it just works. So ask yourself, when was the last time your haircut actually made you feel lighter, not older? And then, there's the way it makes you feel. Hair isn't just hair, you know that. It's confidence, it's identity, it's how you walk into a room without saying a word. And the shoulder-length shag? It's the kind of cut that gives you a tiny smirk when you catch your reflection and think, okay, she's still got it. Because you do. And sometimes, it just takes the right shape, the right swing, and a little edge to bring it all back to life. So maybe it's not just about looking younger. Maybe it's about looking more like yourself. Let's be honest, this stage of life isn't about playing it safe. It's about showing up as the fullest version of who you are, and sometimes, all it takes is a bold snip, a gentle layer, or a playful bang to remind you of that. So ask yourself, are you still styling for who you were, or for the woman you've become? Because every strand tells a story. And the right haircut? It doesn't just change your look, it shifts your energy. If this video made you smile, inspired a little confidence, or even nudged you toward the salon, hit that like button, subscribe for more timeless beauty tips, and let us know in the comments which style spoke to you. And before you go, don't miss our other videos waiting for you back on Golden Elder Days.